Well, Stephen, looking outside today, lots of Sunday plans, lots of Tulsa Tough continuing.
Yeah. We're better off than yesterday. This time yesterday morning, it was pretty soggy, rainy and stormy, and we've had a few showers and storms overnight. There's still a couple sprinkles this morning, but again, overall, it is quite a bit quieter than it was this time yesterday morning. Things out at Tulsa Tough, of course, they had some delays yesterday morning. Don't have delays this time around. That's good. As things, they get a pretty early start with Sunday Tulsa Tough down at Crybaby Hill, and then they are in good shape, much better shape than yesterday. Gathering place this morning, you can still see some of those clouds hanging in. 70 degrees. It actually is a little warmer than this time yesterday morning. Dew points are up as well. Currently a light westerly wind. We're going to pick up a fairly noticeable north breeze today, especially as we head from lunchtime into the afternoon hours. Here's radar right now. The last of the showers are basically gone. This was what was kind of left over from what we had overnight in a few spots. East of Wagner, headed towards Tahlequah. That's a couple sprinkles at this point. That's about to just pretty much completely fall apart. It's been on a downward trend for a while. Showed you this earlier, but again, if you missed it, just for folks that may have been woken up at some point a few hours ago to some pretty loud thunder, lightning, or gusty winds, we did have a few isolated storms. Now overnight, back towards the 2 to 3 a.m. time frame, we had some pretty rowdy, loud storms that rolled from about Miami, Grove down to Grand Lake, and those moved off into northwest Arkansas. We had one strong storm around Skytook and Sperry about 4:30 to 5 o'clock this morning that moved through and then dissipated, and then these last storms that moved out of Osage County have just about fallen apart as well. So again, for Tulsa Tough, a lot better shape than yesterday as far as the rain standpoint goes. Mild 70s at the 9 o'clock hour. It'll warm up pretty quick. Low 80s at lunchtime. Maybe actually, I think we could even be in the mid 80s by the lunchtime hour. North winds, though, start to increase. Having said that, it's still going to be a hydrate type day out there. Of course, we've had a lot hotter Crybaby Hill days than this, so this is really not bad at all. But still make sure you're hydrated if you're out there. Upper 80s for highs and a slim chance for a pop-up thunderstorm later today. But once again, the much better chances are probably going to be to the north and east. Now, if a storm could pop back up later today, and that is a big if, there'd be a very low-end chance that they become strong to severe. Again, the higher opportunity more than likely would be kind of like the northeast corner of the state, from about Veneta, Pryor, Miami, Grand Lake vicinity later on today. And Future View does a pretty good job of highlighting that. So there's those storms. This will be as the cold front is surging in later today. Likely will trigger a few storms, more so southwest Missouri, northwest Arkansas, but I think a few of those will trail up into the far northeastern corner of the state. I mentioned earlier, Tulsa, pretty high likelihood that we just stay dry. But we'll be keeping an eye out in case a storm or two tries to creep a little further to the west. Low 80s to the north, upper 80s to the south for our highs today. That front pushes south, and that'll push in some drier air, but it still looks like we're going to have some showers and storms kind of trailing behind the front. Tomorrow morning, cooler, upper 50s and low 60s, and then some widely scattered shower opportunities on Monday. Tomorrow, a little bit cooler, also in the afternoon, upper 70s and low 80s for our highs on Monday. So again, should be a nice start to the week from a temperature standpoint. As we head into Tuesday, also a chance for some widely scattered showers and storms. That's a stronger storm system. We're still keeping an eye on the severe weather threats for Tuesday, but it looks like the severe threats Tuesday are starting to trend a little further south of our area. That's something we'll still monitor. As you can see, though, again, from a temperature standpoint, enjoy the first half of the week. Eventually, typical June returns. We start to heat things back up later this upcoming week, especially into